Hi there everyone. Well, today I'm going to be working on some Valentine's crafts. So the first thing I'm making is this paper heart garland. I'm using vintage music sheets and I'm cutting the sides down so that it will fit in my printer. And then I found an image online and I am just printing that onto this vintage paper. There are a lot of images on Pinterest that I saw with these paper heart garlands, and most of them are sewn together, which is really cute. I thought I would make one where it's just glued together because I know a lot of people don't have a sewing machine, and I think we can accomplish this without one. So let's see if it'll come together. Heart templates printed out perfectly on my music sheet, so I'm going to get them all cut out. I'm making this about 4 feet long. You can make this as long or as short as you'd like, and I'm using kitchen twine because I wanted that cream color. So I have this vintage wrapping paper. It has rose print on it, and I have a few different styles, but I'm going to go with this one because it's ready to use and it's already folded in half. But what I'm going to do is glue this together so that I have a double-sided flower print on both sides of the heart. So I'm going to use a spray adhesive and glue this together, and then I will trace out my heart shapes and cut them out on the wrapping paper here. While I'm working on this, I just had this vision of, imagine if God's love, is like these drops of hearts that are just coming down this string, just dripping, dripping, dripping love into your life from God. Just think about that. Am I receiving the love that He's giving me in all the little ways and all the big ways? Am I missing it, or am I receiving it? I want to receive it and be so overflowing that I have so much love that I can bless others with, and I can just give away love and be a blessing to others. Once I had all of my hearts cut out, then to put them together and get that 3D effect, I cut a slit down the center of each heart. So on the music sheet heart, I cut from the center halfway up, and then on the wrapping paper heart, I cut from the center halfway down, and then you just slip them over each other and you put them together and they have that 3D effect. To attach the hearts to the string, I just used my hot glue gun and I put a little bead of glue down one side of the heart, and then I just put the string on that bead of glue and let it dry. I started about 4 inches from the bottom of the string, so there's about a 4-inch tail of the string hanging there. I used a measuring tape so that I could keep the hearts about 3 to 4 inches apart as I went up the garland attaching them. Next, I'm going to make some Valentine paper cones. I have made these at Christmas time before, but I thought I would make some for Valentine's because what a cute way to gift someone flowers and maybe some chocolates or whatever gift you want to stick in here. I've seen them called Tussie Mussies, and I've also just seen them called paper cones. I am using the vintage music paper again, and I'm gonna make a small one first and just kind of freehanding it together. I didn't use a template here, and so I just twisted it until I had it in the shape that I wanted, and also just trying to get the paper to face the way that I wanted. Then I used my hot glue gun to hold it in place. I made this small one by cutting a sheet in half, and then I also made a couple of large ones using the entire sheet of paper. I wanted to embellish them just a little bit and add just a soft touch of color. So I'm using these labels that I printed out from the Graphics Fairy. That website is awesome because you can find so many cute free images. And so that's what I'm using here. Once I had the shapes cut out, then I used some Mod Podge to attach them to the front of the cones. I also added a couple of images of Bible verses that I found online. I just printed those out, and I used water to kind of give it a torn edged look so that it looked old. So I'm folding the edge of the image where I want to tear it off, and then I dip it in the water, and it comes off really easy when you get it wet along that edge that you folded. The verse that I'm using here says love never fails. That's 1 Corinthians 13:8. And the Bible says that God is love, and so therefore He never fails. He is trustworthy, and you can hold on to Him and His word. On this one I got lazy and I tried to do it without folding it first, and it tore where I didn't want it to. So I would definitely recommend folding your edges first and then dipping it in the water. This verse image says that you are loved beyond measure, and that's Ephesians 3:19, and that is a paraphrased version of it, but I think it is so sweet. I hope you receive that for yourself right now, because it's true, you are loved beyond measure. And then I just used Mod Podge again to apply these to the front of the cones. I could not find my hole punch, and so I just used a scissors and cut little slits, one on each side of the cone, and then I used kitchen twine to attach the string so that you can hang it. I put the knots on the inside of the cones, and then I added a little dab of hot glue just to make sure they held in place. The next thing that I added was some crochet lace, and I put this along the top edge of the music sheet, and I attached it with some hot glue. I found this bouquet of fake roses at the thrift store, and I picked this up so that I could take it apart and use it in some of my craft projects. And I didn't realize when I purchased it that it actually lit up, which is kind of funny. But anyways, that's what I'm going to use to put inside of these cones. I used some tissue paper in the bottom of the cones to hold up the flowers. This smaller cone, I added a little extra crochet lace, and then I had some leftover bits and pieces of transfers, and so I decided to add a little bit more embellishment with the transfers that I had. I also found some really sweet Valentine postcard images on Graphics Fairy, and so I had to print these out so that I could add them to my Valentine's decor. I remember one of my grandmothers always handmade Valentines, and they were so cute. She used these vintage images that she had, just old cards, and she would cut them out and create like pop-out Valentine's images with just the sweetest rhymes and sayings, and I have some of them still in storage. I know my lighting isn't the greatest in here, but I hope that you have gotten some inspiration for coming up with some really sweet gifts that you can give to someone, your Valentine or your loved one. We've been super busy building our house, but I still have a lot of markets planned for this year, and so I'm working on a lot of thrift store hauls, and we'll have some good videos coming up of all of those projects. Thank you for liking and subscribing on my channel here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much, and what I love most is to hear from you in the comments. I hope you guys are doing great.